Okay, you have been given MMMs, and an M&M chi-square test paper. So if you look on the Mars M&M website, they claim that 24% of all M&Ms that they make, plain M&Ms, are blue. Yes. 13% are red, 20% are orange, 14% are yellow, 13% are brown, and 16% are green. And we are going to hold them accountable. So I don't want you touching other people's M&Ms because you're totally, I don't want these back, right? I don't want them back. I also don't want them on the floor or up your nose or in your ear. So I have given you a group. Each member in the group needs to count up how many blues, reds, orange, yellows, browns, and greens they have. Share that information with the rest of the group, and then you write the observed value for your group. Yes. Now, hold on. Before you start counting, I want to make sure that you do this correctly. Okay. So, blue, red, orange, and so on. Okay? So, to make this easy, let's say I have 50, and then the people in my group also have 50. So in my group, there are 150 total M&Ms. All right? Now, I have 10 blues. My first imaginary friend has 10 blues. And my next imaginary friend has 10 blues. So our observed blue is 30. Okay? Everybody follow so far? A lot of you are playing with your M&Ms. Look up here. So, my group had 30 blues. Okay? But if M&M color holds to the company's claim, how many blues should we expect in my group? 24% of 150. So we do 0.24 times 150, and I get 36. Oh, are they lying to us? Maybe. We don't know. Okay. Reds. I have 5. My next partner has 2. And the next partner has 3. For a total of 10. So my group has 10 reds. According to Mars, how many reds should my group have? 13% of our total 150. And we get 19.5. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with all of the others. But when I'm finished, how do I perform my chi-squared test? What would my first two terms be? 30 minus 36 squared over 36 plus 10 minus 19.5 squared over 19.5, and I'm going to do that with all the other numbers. When I get that chi-squared value, let's say it's 8, what do I do with it? I go to the chi-square table. How many degrees of freedom are here? Well, we only have one row, right? Should we delete a row? No, because then we'd have no degrees of freedom. So if you only have one row, you take the number of items in your rows and subtract from 1. So there are 6 colors. Subtract 1 would be 5. You go to the chi-squared table, go to degrees of freedom 5, look up your chi-squared value, and then you're going to say, I reject the null or accept the null. So what does the null say? That the posted percentages are the same as the observed percentages. So basically we're figuring out, did they lie to us or not? Okay. Now, when you're done, I'm going to send everybody a Google form to fill out. One person in the group needs to fill out your observed frequencies. Actually, maybe we'll just have you write them on the board. Yeah, I'll just have you write them on the board. Does it matter that every person in every group has a different number of M&Ms? No, other than maybe your appetite. But because we're dividing by the expected value in each category, it takes into account that everybody has a different number of M&Ms. Okay, get to work. So here are the distributions of all of your groups, and then I've done the total observed at the bottom. So now we need to do total expected. So blues are supposed to show up as 24%. So how would I fill in this value here? So I do the total observed, which is 2303, and not multiply it by 24%, and I get 552.7. And actually, these numbers are big enough. I'm just going to round. So 553. Okay. How would I do the expected for red? 2303, and the red expected is 13%. 300. Now, does it appear that the blues are showing up in the right amount? That's pretty close, right? 596 is pretty close to 553. What about the reds? No, not even close. So when I get to my chi-squared step, I'm going to do 596 minus 553, square that and divide it by 553, plus 816 minus 300 squared and divide that by 300, and then I do that with all of them. How many degrees of freedom are there? There's 6 categories. So 5 degrees of freedom, I get my chi-squared value, 5 degrees of freedom, and then I plug it in and we determine whether Mars lied to us or not. Okay, get to work.